Saucony Running and Racing, an all-California show. We start with the final stop on the DANNON Duathlon Series from Carlsbad. All this and more on Saucony Running and Racing. The final stop on this year's DANNON Duathlon Series in Carlsbad, California is also the U.S. Pro Championship of the bike and run sport of duathlon. Men's favorites include Eric Schwartz of Boulder, Colorado, Paul Sklar of Matthews, North Carolina, and for the women, it's Kim Bruckner of Boulder and Marianne Husing of Rockville, Maryland. The race is underway, and as Watson intimated, it is in the best interests of the top competitors to work together to try and affect Watson's race strategy. Watson is a good runner and a better cyclist, as well as a tough competitor mentally, so it's not easy to cause him to have a bad race. Here's a look at some of the other competitors who will try. Paul Sklar and Chris Tolanen were close to Watson early in the season, and Eric Schwartz has closed the gap as the season progressed. That's Andrew Noble closest to the camera, running side by side with Greg Watson. And Noble makes a big move. Greg Watson does not respond, just watches him pull away. So Watson keeps his distance as Noble tries to force Watson into a faster pace.
The most challenging course in the DANNON series for the bike, as far as the bike is concerned. Very, very tough hills here. This is not like southern Louisiana, where I come from. Very tough bike course for the athletes. Relatively flat run course, but they're going to feel that second run coming off of such a hilly bike.
Drafting is not legal in this race, but it's still a psychological help to have other cyclists around you to help push the pace. Saucony Running and Racing is brought to you by Saucony, loyal to the sport, and by Power Bar, fuel for optimum performance. Don't bump. For more running and racing information, interviews, and race results, log on to runningandracing.com. We've rejoined the U.S. Pro Championships in duathlon at the DANNON Duathlon in Carlsbad, where Paul Sklar in yellow moves into second ahead of a fading Andrew Noble, who led on the run. In the chase pack, it's Henry SVARRE in blue, Paul Sklar, number 2, and Leroy Popowski of Iowa. SVARRE is the most aggressive of the chasing runners, but then in third, it's Paul Sklar and Leroy Popowski right behind him. Paul Sklar and Leroy Popowski close on SVARRE. Second place goes to Paul Sklar.